Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're all well. Just to tidy up this little issue of abuse by a local councillor, wife of a sitting member of parliament, James Frith, his wife, Nikki Frith, who gave me the V signs several times and various other rude gestures, which I reported to the police, to Labour Party headquarters, and to the local Labour Party here in Bury. Sadly, the police have said there's no case to answer. To minor a case, Labour Party have said there's nothing to investigate, and now the letter that I enclose here from the local authority saying there's nothing to answer. So I suppose that's it. But what it does do for me is show double standards, hypocrisy. And that's my main aim in this video, to show the hypocrisy of this system, of where you ethnics sit, of what value you really hold in society. Whilst you may be in the police, you may be doctors, you may be surgeons, you may be in every department, but you have little value. You are so easily disposable. Remember that. And your politicians are a prime example of that. No matter which party they're in, they're easily disposable. I want to bring you a couple of examples of local councillors who, as far as I'm concerned, were involved in some domestic matters, misdemeanors, matters involving Tamoor Tariq, Labour, and Deputy Council Leader, and Shahbaz Arif, Conservative. They were involved in some domestic matters. They were involved in some domestic disputes, as far as I'm aware. But to hold them in check, to bring them to account, to let them know their place, they were reported to the police. They were removed from their council duties, and they were made an example of. But Tamoor Tariq has been made an example several times, many times before, in fact. And made to know that his place is of a certain degree, that he can be brought down anytime the system wants it. And so he signs up for the Northwest Friends of Israel. To save his brown hide. You should be ashamed, Tamoor Tariq. Your parents should be ashamed of you. The people that vote for you should be ashamed of you. You are a disgusting example for our youth. Yes, Tariq Tamoor, you are a disgusting example of how low people can go and how low people should go in order to get on. That's all I'm going to say about you. A lot more to say. There's a lot more to say. There's a lot more to say. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot more that I'm gonna bring out. That's all for now about you. Shahbaz Arif. There you were. Easily removed and brought back in. And you people were brought back in when the local elections were happening, when the general elections were happening, because the local Labour Party needed you, because your parties needed you to bring in the ethnic votes. That's all you're there for, my friend. That's all you're there for, to bring in the ethnic votes. Don't be under any misconception. Don't be under any false illusions that you hold any value to these parties. Let me tell you that. You hold no value to these parties. And you should know that. And you should know that from the example that you were so easily removed. And yet Nikki Frith she was abusive to an opponent of her husband in the general elections, and she herself a sitting councillor, and yet she has no case to answer, and you two brownies were removed for domestic matters, matters of no serious consequence, but you were made an example of, to remind you and all those others like you to remember your place. Remember your place. You can be easily disposed of. Like a dirty toilet tissue, you can be easily disposed of. Isn't that disgusting, really? Isn't that disgusting? Aren't you ashamed? Your parents should be ashamed. Your families should be ashamed of that. Honestly, should be ashamed. And people that you represent, people that vote for you, they should be embarrassed at their representatives. That you are their representatives? You who have no credibility, you who have no value, you who have no authority, you who demand no respect, you who cannot hold respect, and yet you are the representatives of the Asian community? That's disgusting. Asian community should be disgusted. They should be throwing up everywhere right now to think that you people are their representatives because they voted for you. They voted for you when you went knocking on their doors. Be you Labour, be you Conservative. You're an embarrassment. You are an embarrassment. Anyway, that's all for now. So until next time, take care of yourself, look after each other. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you soon.